One of the last recorded statements uttered by Jesus during his final moments on the cross was, "I'm thirsty." At first glance, this phrase reflects the raw physical suffering that Jesus endured during his crucifixion. Nailed to the cross, Jesus was subjected to extreme pain, dehydration, and exhaustion. This brutal method of execution pushed the human body to its limits, and thirst was a clear sign of that. When Jesus said, "I'm thirsty," it was a stark reminder of his humanity and the brutality of his suffering. But these words carry a weight that goes beyond the physical. Throughout his ministry, Jesus masterfully used everyday experiences and needs as metaphors to convey spiritual truths. Take, for instance, his conversation with the woman at the well in the Gospel of John, chapter 4. He tells her, "Everyone who drinks this water will be thirsty again, but whoever drinks the water I give them will never thirst." Here he contrasts the physical and spiritual thirst, suggesting that he alone can quench the deepest longings of our souls. So, when Jesus expressed his thirst on the cross, it wasn't just an articulation of a physical need, it was a symbolic gesture, a profound declaration of his mission. He was not merely thirsting for water, he was thirsting for the redemption of humanity, for the reconciliation between God and humankind. His thirst represented his identification with the deepest spiritual needs of humanity. Jesus' words on the cross echo Psalm 22, a prophetic text that foretold the suffering and triumph of the Messiah. Verse 15 says, "My mouth is dried up like a potsherd, and my tongue sticks to the roof of my mouth. You lay me in the dust of death." Jesus, fully aware of his role as the prophesied suffering servant, fulfills this prophecy through his own thirst. So, while Jesus was indeed physically parched, his words, "I'm thirsty," served a purpose beyond merely expressing a bodily need. It was a profound statement that encapsulated his mission, his identification with humanity, and his fulfillment of prophecy. But what of the spiritual thirst? How does this statement of Jesus reflect his mission? Throughout his ministry, Jesus often used physical experiences as metaphors for spiritual truths. He masterfully wove together the tangible with the intangible, creating a tapestry of understanding that transcended the ordinary. One prime example of this can be found in the Gospel of John, chapter 4, verses 13 and 14. In a conversation with a Samaritan woman at a well, Jesus said, "Everyone who drinks this water will be thirsty again, but whoever drinks the water I give them will never thirst." In this interaction, Jesus draws a sharp contrast between physical thirst and spiritual thirst. Physical thirst recurs, never fully satisfied by the waters of this world. It's a constant cycle of need and relief, a reminder of our humanity and dependence. But spiritual thirst, that deep longing within our souls, can be quenched by Jesus alone. This water, the living water that Jesus offers, satisfies the deepest longings of our being, providing a sense of completeness and peace that can't be found elsewhere. When Jesus uttered, "I'm thirsty" on the cross, he wasn't just expressing a physical need, it was a profound declaration that echoed with spiritual significance. This statement symbolized his identification with humanity's deepest spiritual needs. He wasn't just thirsting for water, he was thirsting for the redemption of humanity. His words were more than a cry from the cross, they were a mission statement. His mission was to quench the spiritual thirst of all who would come to him in faith. His time on the cross was not just an act of sacrifice, but also a demonstration of his deep desire to reconcile us with God, to heal the spiritual drought within our souls. Indeed, Jesus didn't just thirst for water, he thirsted for the redemption of humanity. His thirst was a testament to his love for us, a love so profound that he was willing to endure the cross to satisfy our spiritual thirst. His thirst was not just for him, it was for us. His thirst is our invitation to come, drink, and be satisfied. Not only do these words hold deep spiritual meaning, but they also echo prophecy and call his followers to action. The profound statement of Jesus, "I'm thirsty," echoes the prophecy of Psalm 22, where the Messiah's suffering is foretold. His parched mouth, a testament to his intense suffering, underscores his role as the prophesied Messiah, the suffering servant who is intimately aware of his divine mission. In this moment of thirst, Jesus also completely identifies with humanity, entering fully into our condition with its limitations, pain, and struggles. His thirst is not just physical or spiritual, it's a shared experience with every human being, a testament to his deep empathy and understanding. Moreover, his thirst serves as a powerful call to action. It's an invitation for his followers to serve those in need, to quench the physical and spiritual thirst of those around them. This call to action is not just about service, but about embodying the same compassion and empathy that Jesus demonstrated. In uttering, "I'm thirsty," Jesus encapsulates his suffering, his identification with humanity, his fulfillment of prophecy, and his mission to quench humanity's deepest longings. It's a call to respond with compassion and service towards others.